Hey there! Welcome to Tales Narration.
This is the true and ongoing story of how a long-distance relationship, fueled by frustration and a dark secret, transformed a man into the one thing he never expected to be. This is the confession of Alex, and the shocking, swift reality of his deepest fantasy coming true. For months, Alex had confided in his girlfriend, Sarah, about a specific, intense desire, a kink that centered on humiliation and the thrill of sharing her. At first, Sarah hated it. She wanted the traditional, possessive man. She wanted exclusivity. But the kink, while unsettling, wasn't a deal-breaker. They continued their long-distance relationship, keeping that desire locked in the dark. Then, the variables changed. A coworker named Jason entered the picture. Jason was the furthest thing from a movie star. Short, not overly attractive, and he was in a committed relationship himself. But he possessed the one thing Sarah found irresistible: banter. That relentless, flirty, teasing energy that kept her constantly on her toes. They talked nonstop, at work, at school, and soon, through constant texting. Sarah admitted to Alex that Jason was flirty, and the texts were relentless. Soon, Jason was taking up more space in her phone than Alex was. She would show Alex these messages, and they were always pushing the limits. A dangerous, exhilarating game given Jason's commitment. Over the course of just 2 weeks, Sarah went from hating Alex's secret desire to embracing the adrenaline of this new, forbidden connection. Alex, recognizing his chance, gently probed her feelings. What Sarah admitted was electrifying. She wished Jason didn't have a girlfriend so she could push the flirting even further. She wanted more. For Alex, hearing his partner admit this seismic shift, this desire for a man who wasn't him, was a rush of unbelievable excitement. The transformation was complete when she admitted to masturbating while fantasizing about Jason. Dramatic pause. Then came the true point of no return. Alex was preparing for a massive, 10-hour flight to finally visit Sarah after months apart. The night before, while he was home with a friend, Sarah sent him a single text that ripped his security apart. "I told Jason about your kink." Alex was completely caught off guard. He had guarded that secret fiercely. He was flooded with a humiliating, intensely pent-up desire. This man, who had been pushing the boundaries with his girlfriend, now knew Alex wanted his partner taken. He knew Alex was a cuckold. He knew everything. By the time Alex woke up just a few hours later, the situation had escalated violently. Jason, seeing his opening, went all in. The texts were aggressive, filled with the promise of what they could do if things were different. Sarah flirted back, matching his intensity. And then came the kicker: they couldn't wait. They wanted to meet. They wanted to meet that very night. As Alex was boarding his almost 10-hour flight, strapping into his seat, Sarah and Jason were figuring out the logistics of their secret rendezvous. Every minute of that flight became a psychological torture chamber. Alex was hard and unable to think of anything else, trapped in the sky, not knowing if his precious Sarah was being claimed, marked, just hours before he was supposed to hold her again. Thankfully, they failed to meet that night, but the flirtation continued heavily. Jason still thought Sarah was being sneaky and deceitful, and she played into the lie, sending him tempting pictures while Alex was supposedly in the shower. The deception was a new layer of intoxicating humiliation for Alex. A couple of days later, the opportunity arrived. Late at night, Jason drove to her place. Sarah left Alex in her room, waiting, desperately aroused, while she prepared to meet her fate. The level of planning was exquisite. Sarah had Alex help choose her outfit, teasing and mocking him all the way, transforming the betrayal into a shared, intimate game. She was going to him in a revealing top, push-up bra, full makeup. She wanted to look irresistible. Alex watched her location on his phone as Jason picked her up and parked just a block away. Alex waited. He expected hours of torment, but after only about 30 minutes, the location started moving. Panic set in. Did they chicken out? Was the chemistry dead? She walked back into the room, and Alex immediately noticed the missing piece. Her push-up bra was gone. He pulled her into a kiss. She tasted salty, musky, like forbidden desire. That's when Alex knew, and he kissed her harder than he ever had before, savoring the fact that he was kissing a mouth that was dirty, used, and claimed by another man. She told him everything: the passionate backseat embrace, the physical exploration, the breathless intimacy. Jason was mesmerized by her, unable to control himself. She performed a captivating act of devotion, and Jason was utterly overwhelmed, losing control almost instantly in her mouth. She swallowed his entire essence, the final, humiliating mark of his possession. He dropped her back home, completely stunned by her intensity. Jason couldn't stop raving about her, texting immediately that it was the best experience he had ever had, amazed at how quickly she had taken him. Sarah reassured him that her husband knew and that he had nothing to worry about. She then returned to Alex, recreating the exact act with him, using the memory of Jason's conquest to fuel her own passion. Alex, humiliated and yet utterly thrilled, succumbed just as quickly. Now Alex is back home. The messages between Sarah and Jason are still relentless. They will meet again, and Alex will now be powerless, forced to watch from miles away as Jason takes his girl, marks her, and uses her. All Alex will have is the memory of his humiliation, the rush of the betrayal, and the knowledge that Sarah is finally getting exactly what she wants. This is the point of no return. What do you think Jason will do next? Will he take her completely? And how long can Alex survive on the toxic rush of this new life? Let us know your predictions in the comments below.